Well, hey there, everyone, and welcome to the VIP Trade Room with Roger Scott and Matt Horton. Now, today is Friday, February 13th. Yes, it's Friday the 13th. And my name is Raleigh White, and I'm coming to you live from a nice, warm, sunny day here in Austin, Texas, and I'm going to be your moderator today. Now, in today's session, Roger's going to be we'll be covering a range of important topics, including his midday market analysis and his updated midday stock watch list. And then he's going to give us a review of the top 20 sectors, and he's going to give us an earnings update. Then he's going to pivot, folks. He's going to give us the seasonality for next week on each of the major sectors and show us how to select the best options for seasonality trades. He's also going to let us know the filters and the indicators that he uses when confirming seasonality trades. And folks, it's Friday the 13th, and we thought it would be fun to have a lightning round analysis where you're going to give us your favorite stocks and we're going to do a quick analysis of them. We'll let you know when you need to do that, but if you want to think ahead, be thinking about what's that one favorite stock of yours you'd like us to analyze, and we will do that later on in the session. Now, if you've got any questions during Roger's presentation, please type them in the chat window and we'll address them periodically throughout the session so as to not interfere with Roger's presentation. And remember, folks, I've opened the chat room to everyone, and we do have some ground rules. Always be kind and supportive in your post. Please keep your questions and your comments to the topic. No political discussions allowed here whatsoever. And also, folks, I know there's a temptation here to have one-on-one conversations with other people here in the room, but that's not the purpose of this room. This is not a chat room. And all it does is interfere with the rest of us that want to listen and learn from the information that Roger is sharing, because after all, he's here to give us an edge in the markets to help us all become much more confident and consistent in our trading activities. Now, for those of you that were with us this morning for Roger's 8 o'clock morning briefing, and I certainly hope you were all there, you'll note that there were several catalysts on tap today that we needed to be aware of. Number one, in the chip sector, we noticed that Micron and Intel were both coming in down about 1% into the open. On the tech front, we saw that Applied Materials was up 11% and ANET was up 8%. On the materials sector, we saw that STLD was down 4% and new was down 2%. On the healthcare front, we saw that Moderna were getting ready to release their earnings just before market opened. And on the international front, we saw that the Shanghai market was down 1.3% and the Japanese Nikkei was down 1.2% off yesterday's all-time highs. And then, as far as the Fed was concerned, really only one report today. We have some delayed CPI reports. They weren't delayed much. They were supposed to come out a couple of days ago, but they were delayed until today. And to the best of my knowledge, there are no Fed members speaking today whatsoever. So these were the catalysts that we were focused on. And for folks, if you don't know why we post these catalysts, well, from Roger's perspective, if there's information that becomes known overnight or will become known during today's trading session, but is not yet priced into the market, that represents volatility flashpoints we need to be aware of. So, for example, if you're looking closely at some chip stocks, it might be good to know that Micron and Intel were both down 1% coming into the open. Now, as far as Roger's pre-market stock watch list is concerned, these are large cap stocks, and today he gave us 18 tickers. He gave us 8 to the short side, and he gave us 10 to the long side. Now, each one of these tickers, Roger goes over each one for about, 5 seconds or so. He brings up the chart, talks about where it is, and then he shares what he's looking for if this is something that he might want to take today. So this is a watch list. That doesn't mean these are automatically tradable stocks, but in his opinion, if they set up correctly, more than likely he'll take those trades and he'll post them in the trading pit and his other premium alert services. The other thing that he said today about the shorts was just to be careful with shorts because, we had a pretty big sell-off yesterday in the markets and Roger's expecting kind of a bounce. And so that's just something to be aware of. Don't get hyper excited about shorts because we could see, a capitulation of some kind if we're not careful. As far as Roger's Pre-market thoughts were concerned, we noted that the futures markets were initially pretty randomly down coming into the open. But we did have a big CPI report come out at 8:30, and it definitely came in better than expected. It showed that inflation year on year wasn't as bad as we thought. It was about 2.4%. And as a result, the markets all kind of bounced a bit off of that. We looked at the put call ratio and noticed that it's still unbalanced, meaning that it's favoring the puts, but it was coming down a bit. The big one here is that we saw that the VIX was up big, well over the 20 level. And that just kind of mirrored what we saw yesterday. As the SPY, the QQ, the major markets were diving, the VIX was going up, and it was holding coming into the open. As far as the sector rotation is concerned, Roger noted that despite the fact that we saw some sell off in tech yesterday, that the sector rotation continues to favor those speculative stocks like chips, technology, and things of that nature, which bodes well because we look for the speculative stocks to be the key, igniter, if you will, for upward moves in the markets. As far as the bonds were concerned, bonds were up. Bonds were up nicely coming into the open, but the QQQ and the SPY were basically stalled right there at about the 100-day moving average. And SMH, the big chip sector, had come back a little bit, but was resting right there at the 8-day moving average. As far as Roger was concerned, he says, hey, I kind of like what I see here. It's not bad that the SPY and the SMH are basically sitting at the 100 MA and the AEMA because they're sitting there consolidating and they're poised to make a move higher if we see the right kind of catalyst to drive it. He also said the positive CPI report was also giving some buoyancy to the market. So from his perspective, folks, coming into the open, he didn't really see much bearishness in the overnights. He said possibly we could see a bounce because we had a pretty big sell-off yesterday, a little bit of consolidation. We could see a bounce, and particularly, into and later on in the morning session. But he did remind us all, look, folks, it is Friday. And typically on Fridays, Friday afternoons are pretty quiet. But given what we saw yesterday, there might be some action and activity today, and I'm interested in what Roger's midday update is going to look like. So we've got a great group of people that are joining us. And in that regard, as we always do, we love that you all come here for this. And Roger works hard to put together information and agendas that are going to be educational and informative to you. And today is no different. He's going to open up with a midday market analysis, and he's going to give you his updated stock watch list. Then he's going to review the top 20 sectors and give us an earnings update. Then he's going to pivot a bit and talk about seasonality next week on the major sectors. He's going to talk about how what are the best options that he likes to select for seasonality trades, the filters and indicators he uses for confirmations on seasonality trades. And then the fun, folks. We hope to have about 15 minutes or so towards the end of the presentation. We call it a lightning round. And this is where we're going to ask you to share with us your one favorite stock. And Roger's going to do a quick analysis, of these stocks. And so that's always fun. People love this. So think about your tickers and get ready to share those with us in about 45 minutes or so. So if you've got questions during Roger's presentation, please type them in the chat window and we'll address them periodically throughout the session so as to not interfere with his presentation. And lastly, folks, the chat room is open to everyone, but we do have some ground rules. If you're going to post, please be kind and supportive. Also, make sure that you keep your questions and comments to the topic. No political discussions allowed whatsoever. And folks, I need to remind you, this is not a general chat room. So let's keep conversations between one or two people to a bare minimum, because all it does is interfere with the rest of us that are trying hard to listen and learn from the information that Roger is sharing, because after all, he is here to give us an edge in the markets and to help us all become much more confident and consistent in our trading activities. And with that, folks, let's say hi to Roger. Let's say hi to Matt. Matt, nice to see you, buddy. Happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday.
Yeah. And yeah, Roger, and happy Friday to you as well. Hope that cold of yours is on the mend. I know
Yeah,
these
it's
things, they kind of stick around for a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
They're like a burr, those
Yep.
burrs.
It is. It is. It's just one of those. It's one of those things. Honestly, I went to the gym yesterday. I can't. I don't feel bad anymore. It's just I feel it a little bit in my nose is just a little bit stuffy, but I'm not. My throat is good. I'm feeling fine. I am feeling like if you ask me how I feel, I'll tell you I'm feeling about 100%. But it's just like you said, it just sticks around. It
It
sticks.
does. It just lingers. But anyway, buddy, you look great. You're
Thank you.
sounding good. It's been an interesting week, and loved your commentary this morning, especially after the sell-off that we saw yesterday. And I think basically everything that you felt about the open into the midday is basically what you thought was going to happen
Yeah, yeah, and remember, I also told everybody or mentioned the 100-day moving average
on the SPY.
on the SPY and
Yeah.
the here.
It was the
Let me
eight
just
day on the SMH. Those were
exactly
the two levels. Yep.
exactly, and the fact that the put to call ratio was coming down, that gave me
Hmm.
a really good indication that this may be a little we may be overdone. By the way, folks, if you're just coming in here right now, can you anyone tell me, did you guys get SMS alerts or emails today?
I had Deanna send an extra email because there was only 100 people in here.
Right. There was like nobody here. So I'm just curious, can you guys just let me know? No. Okay, no. Okay. No email. No. Okay, that's what I thought. Let me okay. Okay. Thank you. That's what I thought. Okay. Okay. All right. No email, but I did get one for VIP. Well, that's what we're talking about. All right. That's why I thought. So we're just starting off a little slower today, but yeah, the emails did not go out. One second.
I think the core group is here.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. But still, it's important. We do have a lot of we do have a lot of and one second. No.
Mhm.
And, yeah, just need to make sure collects questions and tells them. Yes, exactly, exactly. She'll take care of that. So let me go ahead and share my screen real quick.
Yes, and it is Friday the 13th. For those of us that are superstitious, I certainly am not. But also, Roger, in case we forget to mention it, next Monday is President's Day, and the markets are in fact closed.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah, she scheduled it by accident for tomorrow instead of today. So that's the reason the room's a little slow. So let me just kind of share things with you here. Let me go. All right. So if you look at the SPY, you will see that we found support at the 100-day moving average, which is very, 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 very typical. That's very, very, very typical. Okay. These levels, if they break through the 50, they usually find support at the 100. So we're holding off right here. Okay. Again, if we were in a downtrend like this, I would be more concerned. But we're more choppier than anything else right now. Okay, we're more choppier, and when we're choppy like this, we tend to kind of go up and down, up and down, up and down. So we'll see where that goes. Volume today so far, we're at 39 million. The average volume has been 80, so we don't have low volume right now. It's okay. The key here is going to be um, whether the mags, which are at the 200-day right now, hold. Now, I want to tell you guys something interesting here. The mags are the most liquid stocks and the most watched stocks by institutional traders in the world. So we would look at these stocks to respect these levels better than most other stocks because the institutions rely on these levels. So I would think institutions are looking at the mags right now and saying, geez, they're at the 200-day moving average. If the
Hmm.
mags break the 200-day moving average, it's not going to put the market in a good position. And I'm thinking there's a lot of institutions right now that are going, come to Papa, come to Papa. I want me those mags. I want to buy me those mags. So I am looking for a bounce here. Okay. I am looking for a bounce in this area. And I think
And,
we're
and
going
Roger,
to.
that's a great insider's perspective. Having worked as a hedge fund, you know exactly what's going on.
Well, yeah, I mean, they look at these levels. They look at
Yep.
remember something, they're not market timers, but they look at this to see, oh, okay, the market's here. Maybe we should start accumulating now.
Mhm.
Oh, they're not expensive. This is what they're going to say. The analyst is going to go to his boss, and he's going to give him a document, and it's going to be this fat, and the document's pretty much going to say, "Hey, they're not over expensive anymore. Let's buy some." And the fund manager is going to say, "Oh, I got my ass covering right here. Here's my ass covering." That's how they do. I mean, that's just how they do things.
That's what I
Because
mean.
you
It's
see,
great insider perspective.
because
Yeah.
they can always go to their investors and say, "We bought the mags. We we were the best traders in the world. We didn't buy mags at the high like all our competitors did. We bought mags when they were at the 200-day moving average. That means this is the average price of the last 200 days. We're winners." That I know it sounds ridiculous, but this is how they think. This is how they think, and this is how they behave. So link was sent. So I just got VIP. Yeah, just got it right now. Okay, perfect. Glad you guys got the link. Good, 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 good. Yeah, she messed it up. She scheduled it for tomorrow instead of today. It happens. It happens. Anyways, all right. So far we're not looking bad. And again, I want to show you what I showed you this morning. There was two things that were bothering me this morning, and it was here. It was this. Here. Wrong chart. See this right here?
Yep.
Coming into today, after we already dropped through the 100-day, we were still here this morning. We were right here. And I said, don't look at this right now. This is useless. I'm trying to show you what already happened, okay? And right here, you could see that it looks like we made the high. And this is the day before yesterday, and this is this morning. We were right here. I think we were at 90. I don't remember, but I think actually, you know what? Heck, I posted it for you guys. Hold
Yeah,
on.
you took a
Let me
screenshot of
let me
it.
look
Yeah.
at it. See, these screenshots become very valuable at some point or another because we can look back at them. Right here. Here we go. There it is, right here. This is what I was trying to tell you. Put to call ratio telling us that put buyers got a bit ahead of themselves,
Mhm.
and call buyers started nibbling yesterday a little bit because we were still here, and then we started coming in here. So basically, what I'm trying to say is the market went down to the 100-day moving average, but call buyers actually started coming in a little bit. Because if there was more put buyers yesterday, this would have gone up.
Mhm.
So basically we already yesterday, when people started panicking, buyers started coming in. Call buyers started coming in. And again, folks, it's one thing to tell you this right now, but it was 8:29 in the morning when I said it to you. You see, that's why you should come to the morning show. And then I gave you the levels right here. And I drew, this was at 9:44 in the morning. Keep eye on the 100-day line is the key right now. We are going to hold, or are we going to bounce lower is the question. And it was at 9:44, and I said it to you at 8:55 in the morning as well. And that's the 100-day. And it looks like we're holding it. Looks like we're holding it really well right now. And I like that. I like that. That's very important for us right now. The last thing is this. I hate to say I told you so, but remember what I said? Do you remember when I drew this line? And I don't have the chat open, so I have no idea what you guys are saying. But do you remember me drawing this line right here
Yep.
at 8:30 in the morning? Not an hour, not 5 minutes ago. At 8:30 in the morning, and saying, "Hey, if we can't get up here, and if we start coming back down, that's a really good sign. It's a really, really good sign. What I'd like to see is come all the way down and break this level."
Right.
And you know when the S&P is going to make an all-time high? When that happens.
When that happens, exactly.
Folks, there's no mystery to the market if you know where to look. Okay? If it was, then I wouldn't be able to do all this stuff. Okay. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to tell you. So where do we stand now? But basically, this is everything I've covered so far is kind of like where we've come. But where do we go from here is the question. Okay. So SMH, if you look at the SMH right now, the chip stocks, they look like they're keying off of the 15-day. The question is, are they going to break or are they going to move up? We'll know more at the end of today. What I'd really like to see is us stretch out and come higher up towards this, okay? And then kind of flag here and then make another high. That's what I'd like to see. That I don't know if we're going to see it, but that's what I'd like to see. On the SPY, I'd like to see us break the 50-day and start moving back to this line, which I told you 2 days ago to be careful and don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. I even had a picture of Clyde.
Yes, you did.
I did. And the best thing is, Raleigh, nobody can come and say, you didn't say that. You didn't know. No, it's all recorded with a timestamp, pictures and Telegram channels. No monkey business here. No monkey business here. And you could see we're bouncing off of here. And we need to, based just on me looking at this, it looks like we're going to play ping pong, you know, from here to here. Like we're going to play ping pong here. But that's okay because we're playing ping pong near all-time highs. We're not playing ping pong. It's not the worst place to play ping pong. And the QQQ, by the way, survey says, do you remember somebody drawing this line to you this morning? It said we're between the 50 and the 200. We're below the 100. And I came and I drew this trend line for you. And look at how close we came to the trend line. Let's see. 596.07, 594.96. So a point and 9 ticks. By the way, big congratulations to Matt today for hitting 6 handles on the SPY in one day.
Wow.
I think that's our biggest winning day we've ever had.
Good luck. Good job, Matt.
If not, it's up there. Am I right, Matt?
It's probably the biggest. Day's not over either.
Oh boy. Oh yeah. That scares me a little bit. And it's Friday. That kind of scares me a little bit. It's quit while you're ahead. Quit. No, that's not what a successful trader would say. You got to keep going.
I am nervous about this top though, right here at 686, which is why I've kind of laid off of it.
Well, you know, that's actually brings me to my next. Thank you for bringing me to my next point. Boy, this is good. So, what else did I tell you today? And then, you know, folks, if you have the Telegram channel, you would know all this at 10:35 in the morning. And right now it's 12:18 in the morning, in the afternoon. You see this? What does this say? SPY needs to get above 686 level to show real strength today. What did Matt just say? Repeat what you just said a second ago.
I want to see if we can get above 686 before I get long again. Otherwise, I think, well, I just want to see. I don't know if we're going to reject hard and reverse trend or just have a tough time getting over it.
You mean this level right here where I have my trend line, my upper level today, and where I told you 2 days ago that we have major resistance at 685.88. That's from 2 days ago. Not from yesterday, not from today, from 2 days ago. Not bad, huh, Raleigh?
That's fantastic. And once again, Roger, it went to 686 to the tick. I mean, seriously, to the tick, and said, nope.
686.05 to be exact.
Just incredible.
Yeah. Folks, no technical indicators except a 50-day moving average, a 100-day moving average, a 200-day moving average. No oscillators, no stochastics, no Fibonacci, no Elliott wave, none of it. Just the 50-day, 200-day, and the 50-day moving average, intraday price action, and my eyes. That's what you need to focus on. Throw all that crap out of the window. Seriously. Okay.
Yeah. So interesting question, Roger, at this point in time.
Yes.
A number of people are wondering, as we're heading into a 3-day weekend, looking specifically at the SPY as a representative of the market.
Yes.
Do you see any kind of a potential sell-off going into the 3-day market, or is it much too early to say?
Not really. It's not too much. It's too early to say. I think today is showing its hand really well. I had a very, and look, I'm not I can't predict the future and I don't have a crystal ball,
Right.
And I'm being serious right now. Nobody can. And if any look right now in the next 10 minutes, I'm making this up to illustrate a point. Our president can come out and say we're making really great progress on tariffs, or I don't know, make something up. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. And the market will tank. Nobody can predict the market. Some crazy hedge fund trader can come in right now and decide that he wants to buy Amazon at the lows. Nobody can predict the market, but over time we can predict the market with a very, very high degree of accuracy. We just can't do it every time. We don't know what the next will be, but we know what the next 100 will be, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We do everything in probabilities. But based on everything I'm seeing right now, and again, anything can happen, but based on what I'm seeing right now, if we can get past that level that I told you about it in the morning today, that 686 level,
yep,
we got some upside. And by the way, another thing, look at this. I'm sharing my screen, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We see the SPY. Yep.
Okay, good. So look at market internals. So this is the Vold today. Do you see one downtick?
No.
Oh, and by the way, for all of you frisky rascals here, look. Vold, the
green bars are the Vold, right?
Yes, the purple is the SPY. So this is see this right here? This is the purple line right here. So look, SPY goes against the Vold. What happens?
Snaps back. Yep.
SPY goes against the Vold. What happens? SPY goes against the Vold. What happens? Not to the Vold, to the SPY. SPY goes against the Vold. What happens? Excuse me, I'm sorry, hiccups. It's happened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times today already.
Mm-hmm.
5 times. 5. Now, it tends to work really well when the Vold is doing this. When it muckers around and forget about it. But when it's got a trend like this all day, first of all, it usually stays in that trend. And it usually continues moving in that trend. But more importantly, look at how well the SPY keeps coming back to the Vold.
Right.
Every time. Once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times today. 6 times in one day. I know in the deck it says it happens rarely, but it actually doesn't. And I keep saying that. It doesn't really happen rarely. It happens all the time.
All the time.
It happens all the time. Like, I mean, I don't know if you want to call 2, 3, 4 times a day rarely, but I don't think that's rare. Okay. So no, it happens all the time. We gotta tell Dave to change that in the deck. But anyway,
I know I've modified it in my summaries, and what Roger's talking
I mean,
about
it
is
happens,
the divergence. It is not that rare. And
no, it's not that rare at all. It happens all the time. I would say on average 3 times a day. On average, 2 to 3 times a day. What's rare, and this isn't even rare. This happens maybe twice a week when the Vold is just a straight line like this, up or down. I would say, what would you say, Matt, about twice a week? We get like just a nice clean Vold one way or another.
Yeah.
About twice a week. So again, none. Sorry, go ahead.
I would say that's on average. We get some weeks we get like none, and
right, and then some weeks we get
almost every day. Yeah,
right. But on average, looking
average,
at
two to, I'd even say 3.
2 to 3 times a week. So it's not. I mean, we're not talking about like the moon and the sun have to align, or rare is like rare maybe, but I don't know. I don't think that's rare. But it's happened today 6 times. 6 times. You could have made money 6 times. Trading the Vold. But anyway, that's a different program. So the people are asking me, no, I actually really like the market here. I really like what I'm seeing on the market internals. If we have very nice orderly here, look at this. Just like on the Vold, look, this orderly price action. Look at the SPY. It's very clean. It's very clean. This is a very clean trend. I mean, look, we opened down. We went 2 down bars. We had a huge reversal candle here. That, by the way, is what the Pro Trader dashboard, Alpha Zone Pro looks for right here. See that? That's a hammer, a high. Look at the wick right here. Yep. High volume. And by the way, look at my Pro Trader dashboard. There's an arrow right there below that thing, and boom, gets in right here and takes profit right there. Nice, huh?
Yeah,
Very
very,
nice.
very nice.
Very
So,
nice entry.
Roger, once again, since we're still in market analysis, a point
Yes, yes.
that question that Cyrus rose. This is once again, I know typical Cyrus. Here's where we go. Trillions of dollars disappeared from the market yesterday. Where did it go? Do you still think the stock market is not random?
No, here, Cyrus. Here's where it went. Cyrus, I think you've been do this a lot. It went to the bond market. Went right here.
Yeah.
It went to flight to quality right here. It went to flight to quality. This is where it went. Right here.
It
Right
certainly
here.
didn't go to Bitcoin.
Some in cash. No. Some in cash and some in bonds. And we're still seeing some money coming into the bond market. This is because of the CPI. But right here, a lot of it went right here. And by the way, not everything sold off yesterday. You know, people do put their money in cash, but look, you've been saying this now, Cyrus, since I've known you for years. The market is fake, it's phony, it may be, but that's your baseline, you see? That's your baseline. It's like trading a stock that has a PE ratio of 200. You know the stock isn't worth that, but why not make money on it while it has momentum? So it's like, if you want to look at the market that way, that's fine, but trade what's in front of you. Still, your view, if you keep doing that, it'll distort your view of what's in front of you. And that's my concern. We all have opinions. I have a gazillion opinions about the market, but I trade what's in front of me. My opinion means nothing compared to price action. You will never see me say, the market's going down, but it should be going up because the market is always right. And if we make money, then we agree with the market. If we don't make money, then we disagreed with the market. But the market's always right. So phony, baloney, where's the money going? Conspiracy theory. It won't change what's in front of you, and that's the point. So I mean, I've got opinions probably wilder than you do, but they don't make it into my account, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. And another thing is, if you've been doing this for a long time. I mean, you were already doing this, I think, full time when you started with me 8 or 9 years ago. But there's a lot of people here who are just starting out, and when you say things like that, they don't understand. They don't understand exactly what you mean. What they may take what you're saying is we can't trust this. We shouldn't put money into it. There's master manipulation going on. Well, if that was the case, then how would I consistently be making money all the time? See, anyways, I don't mean to get off this topic. I just want to.
And I'm glad he raised the question because, once again, I guess being human beings, Roger, we always wonder about, is there a bigger picture? Is there something behind the screen, this, that, and the other thing? And your point is, yeah, well, think that. Okay. But when it comes to your account and trading, you have to deal with what's right in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to get off that topic. I just want to say one last thing. One of the things that you guys need to do, and this is a mental block, and this kind of goes along with what I'm talking about right now. And I'm not trying to pick on Cyrus. He's a wonderful human being.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he's awesome. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to. I just wanted to use that as a topic, as a stepping stone. One of the biggest struggles, if not the biggest struggles that folks have, is letting go of your ideas, your belief system, trades that are going. You're holding on. You're trying to control the situation as much as possible. And what you're doing is you're doing various things to control that position, holding on to losing trades, you're trying to control. You have no control in the market. The only thing you can do is figure out how many shares you buy or sell, or contracts, when you buy and when you sell. Those are the only decisions you get to make. There are no other decisions that are left up to you. And I see this all the time, Raleigh, with beginners. They take each trade like it's the trade, like it randomness. And that is the most dangerous thing you can do. Because you see, if you admit to yourself deep inside that the markets are random 99.9% of the time, then you're not going to be able to think effectively. You're not going to be able to use rational thinking, which rational thinking and trading has they have no. So you want to be in control and you can't let go. You have to let go. You will never, ever, ever achieve a deep sense of trading success till you can completely let go and admit subconsciously that you have no control over anything that happens in the market, that you don't know anything that's going to happen next, and you're completely clueless and you're just using probabilities. Now, saying that is one thing. Accepting it internally, ooh, very, very different thing. But I want you guys to catch yourselves, because here's what's going to happen. If you understand that that's a problem, you're going to start watching yourself and you'll notice the things that you do. Superstition comes in. The market's out to get me. I'm gonna just crazy trading. All of that stems from not being able to let go and embrace the randomness. Okay, you have to do that. If you don't do that, you will never see the market objectively. Okay, so that's
once again, Roger. Quickly,
yes.
Wonderful comments on that. You know, it resonates with everybody. Everybody's been there, and it was a great refresher. And Cyrus, thank you for asking the question.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just looking at some of our positions just to see how they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let me do this. So I want to answer one more question about yesterday, because we were talking about seasonality.
Yep.
And I want to, Matt, can you do me a favor? Can you print out next week's, give me the sectors for next 10-day seasonality?
Yeah.
You do that right now? Like, how long will it take you?
Give me like 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. No problem at all. So, what I wanted to do is answer. People ask me, well, okay, you got the seasonality, you got your tailwind. That's all making sense now. We got that. You got the entry. You explained the short-term versus long-term trend. I explained to you how to use the ADX. I explained to you how to use 2-day RSI. We talked about all of that, right? We talked about doing all of those things. And now, how do you select the option? Okay. Keep in mind, the average trade length is 8 days. The medium trade length is 5 days. So you can't buy a 5 to 8 day option for that. What you want to do is you typically want to go out, okay, 4 to 6 weeks. Now, I've never once in my life met a person that said, I regret buying too much time on an option. But I've had thousands of people tell me that they bought too little time. Okay. There's nothing worse than running out of time when the trade is going your way. It sucks. Okay. So, my suggestion to you is to just follow the rules that we set in our programs, which is usually about 4 to 6 weeks. And we're also buying options. Now, Matt he doesn't want you guys to spend a lot of money on options. That's the reason he does it. He likes to go right at the money. I like to go a little bit in the money.
Although I've been going in the money this year.
Eventually, everybody ends up listening to Uncle Roger. It just takes a longer time for certain people. With this guy, it took only 3 years, but he's finally doing it. I know you are. I know you are, and that's great. So 0.65, 0.70. Don't go too deep, because when you go much deeper than that, there's just not nobody. Yeah, you're shooting yourself in the foot, because there's not a lot of liquidity there, and it's easier to get exercise. You just don't need that. You don't need to do that. Okay. So that's the rule of thumb with these type of seasonality trades. You want to give yourself anywhere from 5 to 7 weeks. 5 to 7 weeks. That's the sweet spot. And you want to buy options. I would say 6.65. 0.65 would be a good look. So I wanted to cover that. Now go ahead. Why don't you guys go ahead and give me your stocks, because it's Friday. Let's have some fun. I know folks love when I do that.
Yep.
Let's do that. And we'll stop about 5 minutes before that, and Matt and I will give you the seasonality for the next 10 days. for all the major sectors. How
You
about that?
you want the graphs, right?
Yes, I
Yeah,
want those
okay.
pretty. I want those. Yeah, I want those. I want those pretty graphs. Yes. So let's do that. Go ahead, Raleigh.
Okay, so the first one on the list is a popular one, Micron.
Micron. Okay. Micron is right now, actually, Micron's looking really good. Micron is right now, looks like it hit the 15-day. Looks like it's bouncing very nicely off the 15-day. That's a V style recovery, which I've told you about. The key level we need to overcome is the 420 level. And then we have the 425 level, and the next level is 438. So we've got three levels on Micron that we've got to overcome. And I'm just eyeballing this for you, but you could see it. You could see them right here. These are the three levels we need to overcome. This is very, very nice. Want to see how it's going to do around 320 on a daily basis. I like how it bounced off the 15-day. That's fine. I want to see it circle, and I want to see it come up to this area. We currently have this in our portfolio. So I'm holding it right now, and I'm hoping that it doesn't break this low over the next 24, in the next trading day right here. Okay. But I like the stock quite a bit. I would probably be buying it above 420. That's what I would probably be doing, buying it above 420. Go ahead.
All right, next one, ALAB, ALAB.
Yeah, and by the way, as of yesterday, it was an A line. Yesterday, the stock was an A line, which is why we did it with good seasonality. So, anyway, sorry about that. I really like the stock a lot. Anyways,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, ALAB.
ALAB. It's got nice consolidation. It's breaking down. It's got high volume. Let's see. Got a lot of support. You got a lot of support in this area right here. I think this area is going to hold. I would want to short it again if it hits the 200. If it starts falling apart here, I would start breaking down. Otherwise, I just would leave it alone. It's a little overextended right now anyways from the 8-day. So nothing right now, shorting it when it comes here because obviously it's below the American flag. So the word long would never come out of my mouth. Okay, next.
Next one would be AMKR.
Okay. Oh, this is a pretty one. It's bouncing right off of the 50-day. And you could see right here, you can see it's got this trajectory right here. And it's moving right along this trajectory. So it looks like it looks like it's at the bottom of its short-term trend and it wants to revert back to the uptrend. Also, you got it's coming off of the swing high. And there's a lot of high volume candles here. So I like the stock once it gets back above 50, once it gets above the 8-day. And you see how the 8-day is pointing down? We want the 8-day to be pointing up like this and the stock to be above it. And when it goes up here, this will be pointing back up. But we want this up here. But overall, it's not a bad stock. It's just not ready yet for prime time. And you got good volume here too. Go ahead.
All right, next one, GLD.
GLD. Wow, look at my trend line that I drew and look at where it is right now. I like gold right now. I would be buying, actually, you know what? For what's that level there? Ooh, that's good. For 4706. 1 second, I just want to write this down. 1 second. Just want to write this down for myself. What did I say for 4706? 4706. Okay, perfect. So let's go to gold right here. Right here. Very nice. I'd love to buy gold above the high of this bar right here. I want to see it come up. I want to see it consolidate, and then I'll be a buyer right here. But we're not there yet. Go ahead.
Okay, next one, Verizon, VZ.
Okay. It's a little overextended, but the trend is holding. I would be looking to day trade this one because we're so far above the 8-day, but this stock can move and volume has been above average. Look at all these white bars. So I would only be looking at this stock. I would only be looking to day trade this stock till it falls back down here or here. Not a bad stock though. Go ahead.
All right, next one, EIX.
It's a utility stock. Nice stock, overextended, really good volume here. I never thought I would see the day when I would say day trading utility stocks. Excuse me, nuclear stocks. Let's be politically correct here. Nuclear stocks. Matt, can you hook me up?
Yeah.
Day trading only, but the volume is good. Day trading only. Day trading only. Too far from the 8-day. Beautiful chart. Beautiful stock. Can't say one bad thing about it. Go ahead.
Next one would be CCI.
CCI. Thanks, Matt. CCI. It looks like it had a false breakdown here. It looks like it wants to recover, but I mean, this thing's got to get at least to the 200-day moving average first. So no soup till we get to the 200-day line.
All right.
Right here. Go ahead.
Next one, NVS. Or maybe
this stock.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this stock is very gappy because it's an ADR. It trades overnight here in the US. It's a beautiful trend. It's a beautiful stock. But again, because it's so gappy, be careful. I got taken for a ride on this stock in the pit 2 years ago during Christmas. And after that, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to trade these ADRs overnight.
I was wondering if that was the ticker.
Yeah. It was either this or NVO, and I think they're related. So, yeah, it was one of those. I mean, we only took 25 losers in 2 years, so I actually remember them pretty good.
All right, the next one, big company, MSFT, Microsoft.
But it's a nice trend, and it's a nice looking stock, just if that's worth anything to you. Now, this is on my short list right now. The stock looks like it wants to go down or consolidate here. It's not very clear right now. It's kind of all over the place. So I really wouldn't be doing anything, but I would only be looking to short Microsoft right now, if that. But it needs to break the low first. Basically, it's on my chopping block. Go ahead.
Okay. CCJ.
CCJ. Okay. It's below the 8 and the 15. It's got to get up here. I wouldn't be doing anything with this stock right now. I would wait for it to bottom out and come back up here. You'd want it around here. You can always re-enter, you know. Go ahead.
Okay. ASTS.
Oh, looks like it's resting right at the 100-day moving average.
It sure does.
I wouldn't be doing anything with this stock right now. It's kind of very choppy. I wouldn't do anything with it right now. I just would wait for it to get back up here. So you're in a pinch here because you're between two key averages. So you don't want to do anything there. You want to see what happens when it breaks one. If it breaks here, you can short it. If it comes up here, you can go long. But you're kind of in the middle of nothing right now. You don't have a high probability you don't have a high probability cards right now with this stock.
Okay. Roger, the next one is IBIT.
Bitcoin.
Well, very strong today, but overall just kind of consolidating near the 8-day with a very steep downtrend. So I would expect it to start coming off unless there's some fundamental news to change that.
KO, Coca-Cola.
Oh, KO. Yeah, I like this. Oh, that's a beauty. That's a beautiful stock. Let me make a note of that. I had it yesterday on my list or the day before. It's very nice. That's a very nice A-line, actually. Nice swing. Nice swing trading stock. The only thing is it's a little choppy, but I'm being picky. It's very nice. It's very nice. It reminds me a little bit of this one right here. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Which we're long right now. So yeah, this is a beauty. That's a beauty. Whoever picked it is the eye is starting to work.
Yeah, several people put that symbol in there. Another one that got a lot of response on was TTWO.
And one more thing here, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
See this bar right here? See the high of this bar. Oh, what the hell's going on here? The high of this bar is 79.11. We're right now at 79.31, so we're above this high volume bar right now on this Coca-Cola. So it makes it even more attractive. These little nuances make all the difference, you know. Sorry, I just had to say that. What's the
No,
next
no,
one?
no, no, no sorries at all. TTW0, TTO,
T, T,
TDWO.
oh, Take Two, yeah.
Yep.
It kind of looks like Microsoft, like not here nor there. I over it's moving sideways. It's away from the 8-day EMA. I wouldn't be doing very much with this stock right now. I would want to see it break down further here because it's holding this area right now. Right here, you could see it. Look, you could see how well it's holding this area right here.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. See, look to the look on the left side of the chart. You see that where the dotted yellow line is? The dotted one. See how it hugs the bottom right there? The price action there really likes this area right here. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Next one, Palantir, PLTR.
All right. It's got a nice downtrend. Again, it's just a little, it's kind of not here, not there. It's not here day to day. It's not here all the way. It's a nice short right now, but I would wait for a little more breakdown. It looks like a lot of these stocks, like Microsoft, I think something starting with an A, and this one, they all look like they could be either bottoming or consolidating. And we want stocks that are running, and they're not running right now. They're choppy. Go ahead.
Next one, Wolf, WOLF. Yep.
This is now. This is interesting. This is a stock that will do very well.
Roger, is it WO?
No, Wolf is WULF. Unless
symbol I was given, I think, was WOLF.
Oh, okay, it's a different stock. I was just going to say that Wolf WULF works with it's Bitcoin based, but not Wolf. This is a semiconductor stock. I mean, it's not doing anything. It's got the shoe. It's giving us the shoe right now. I mean, look at this. You're at the 50. You're at the 200. This is a mess. I have no clue what the stock is going to do. More likely than not, it's going to continue doing what it's been doing.
Got you covered. Great analysis there. Next one, Johnson & Johnson, J&J.
All right. Oh, what a beauty. What a beauty. If I wasn't long BMY right now, I would probably be long this one, AbbVie or J&J right here. And I like J&J a lot. It's very nice. It's a very nice looking stock. Very nice looking stock. It's a beauty. All right.
Good call. Next one, yeah. Rio, RIO.
This is very spotty. Again, it's an ATR. It trades in another country. So what you're seeing here is their night session. Whenever you see a stock like this, this is the night session of the stock. So it's actually a really nice look, and it's right at the 8-day, and it's got a really good trend here. But it's very not choppy. It's very spotty, very gappy. So you got to be careful. Be careful with this, and just understand that you may have some adverse moves without expecting it because it gaps so much overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Next one would be ATGE.
ATGE. Oh, interesting. Not that familiar. I'm not that familiar with this one. I guess there are still stocks that I'm not familiar with.
How can that be?
There, yeah, never seen this stock before. It's below the. I mean, it's a bearish stock right now. It looks like a pretty good bearish stock right now. It's still not that far from the 8-day. It doesn't move that much. I mean, are options liquid on? Yeah, I don't know about this stock. I mean, it doesn't look like a really great momentum stock. It's a short. It's a short, but I'm not like, I wouldn't be going out of my way to short it, but it's a short. But I like how clean the chart looks. That's very clean, very predictable, very, very nice. Yeah, not bad. I see what you're looking at. It's not bad. Go ahead.
Excellent. Next one, Coin, COIN.
Coin is reverting back. And again, it looks like the Microsoft and all those others where it's kind of like it's been extensively choppy. So I wanted to revert back down first before going short. But it's a nice short. Just needs to revert lower first.
All right. Next one, Airbnb, ABNB.
All right. It's got a long ways to, I mean, it looks like it bottomed out. It looks like it's got a double bottom here, and it looks like it wants to go above the 50-day line, but it's got to get above the 50-day line.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Next one, Apple, APPL.
Apple looks like it wants to come back down. It's got a lower high. It's breaking the 100. It's got a long ways to the 200. This is a short right now. Lows are getting, I mean, this is a short. What? You're going to short Apple? I'm telling you, this is a short right now. It is what it is. Go ahead.
All right. The next one, APP.
That's a very nice trend. So you see how this stock is not going sideways? It's actually going down right here. How you see how the low is broke this low? Even though we're going up at the second, but you see how this low broke this low? That made another low. So that I like this already. But if it just stood right here, I wouldn't like it as much. I'd like to see what happens when it gets a little weaker first. So I like it, but I want to see it get for a short, but I want to see it get weaker first. Okay.
The next one on the list, Roger, is Yum.
I looked at this.
YUM.
I looked at this morning. Actually, it almost made it on my watch list. I looked at it before this bar printed, and I liked it. I'm not into China right now. China's selling off, but it's not looking bad. It's not looking bad. It's looking pretty good actually. You guys are picking so much better stocks than you used to.
I know. I'm extremely impressed.
Yeah.
The next one was MS.
Breaking classic break. Look at this. Lower highs. Let me grab my jacket. Lower highs. We got lower highs. We're broke to 200 and we're going down. This is a short right now. This is a short. Do I know it's going to go down? I have no idea, but that's a short right there. That's a short. Up to with the profit target right at the 200. Let me see something here. You've got a lot of resistance here. You got a big air pocket here. I would wait for this to break down a little more. It looks more like it's struggling to get down. It doesn't look like it's falling apart. So to me, there's a good chance it'll bottom out around here somewhere. Just my 5 cents. Go ahead.
Next one, NVIDIA, NVDA.
Talk about chop suey, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing. There's nothing going on here. I don't know what it'll do next. And the stock doesn't know what it'll do next. All right, let's continue.
All right, Roger, we have about another minute to go, and let's see if we could do 3 more stocks.
Okay.
MSEX.
Interesting. What is this? Middle water? This stock doesn't move really well. Look how this is barcode. Remember barcode? We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
I understand what you're looking at. I get the pattern you're looking at. You're looking at a breakout from a consolidation above the moving average. Yeah, it's not bad. I just don't. The pattern is not bad, but I don't like how the stock moves. It's like on top of itself. Anyways, I don't like the quality of the stock, but it's okay, I guess. All right, go ahead. You can find better stocks than this. Sorry, go ahead.
2 more tickers, guys. This next one, Pfizer.
Pfizer. What's the ticker for Pfizer?
I don't know.
Pfizer, PFE. I thought you meant. I thought you meant. Never mind.
Like
I misheard. I misheard. Yeah, I misheard you. Yeah, this is. I know. If I don't know the ticker for Pfizer, you should put me. You should. Put me in the loony bin. It looks good. It's a choppy stock, but it looks good. I like overall how it's looking. I think I like this one, not this one. What was the other one? I like this one better. As a nicer trend. So if I had to choose between this and this, which one do you think I would choose?
J&J. And
exactly.
The reason that is, once again, folks, is correlation.
No, not correlation, because it's a cleaner looking stock.
All right.
They're both in the same sector. Look how clean this trend is.
Same sector, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And then the last ticker, Roger, ABBV.
Oh, we were just talking about it. I like this stock. I like what it's doing. It just has so much stuff here. Look at all these high volume candles above this level. So I don't trust this. I don't trust this here. I don't trust this area. I don't trust this area.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the stock. And I like how it bottomed at 200 and it's got like a nice V recovery. It's just very choppy and sloppy. Again, look at this, how clean that is, right? Was that the last one or is there one more?
That's the last one, Roger, because we still want to talk about seasonality on sectors. But I just want to let you know, Roger, in the last 15 minutes, you covered 30 stocks. And folks,
Nice.
we have almost 500 people here in the room, and you probably all gave me 280 tickers. We just couldn't get to them all. But I hope you all appreciated the ones that we did. I started from the first one and went in order. So, next time we do this, I'm sure that you'll get in there. But Roger, excellent job. People love when you do this because once again, you're reinforcing a point. Every chart tells a story,
Yes. This
and the way
and
you
some tell
tell the story is consistent.
and some charts tell stories easier than others. Matt, do you have that information?
Mhm.
You want to post it?
Yeah, you want me to share the screen?
Yeah, I'm gonna unshare mine so you can share yours.
Yeah, and to some other people, look, I don't want people to get their noses bent out of shape here if we didn't go. Folks, when Roger said, give me the ticker, that's when I started writing them. If you gave me a ticker at 12, I didn't write it down. Okay. So guys, let's calm down. All right, buddy.
There you are. Do you need me to walk you through it? Or do you want to
Just
talk?
no, you go ahead and talk for a few minutes. I'm gonna be talking for the next hour.
I mean, to be honest, it doesn't look that great. It's kind of middle of the road. Energy's choppy. XLB's up and down. XLC looks like it's a little weak next week. Industrials, consumer staples are a little weak, but they're not huge numbers. Most of them are less than one. So just doesn't look like there's a lot of enthusiasm next week, typically. And well, I don't know. Next week is a holiday week. I don't know where that holiday falls every week, but usually we get kind of lighter volume on short weeks. So if that does fall at the same time every year, then that would kind of make sense. But you can see the indexes really start to recover after that. And if we move this out even more, if it let me,
And if you guys want, I would just take a screenshot of this.
let's just go into March a little bit. Yeah, so we have some continued strength into March with the indexes. So it actually looks like we kind of slump a little bit in the second half of February overall. But then we seem to come back strong at the end of the month.
Yeah. Yeah. And that usually, by the way, that tends to follow normal seasonality. All right, folks, if you haven't taken a screen, you know what, Matt? I'm going to take a screenshot. Just leave your screen alone. I'm going to take a little screenshot and I'll post it to everybody in the Telegram channel, okay?
Yep. And also, folks, I posted you there for anybody that would like to have a replay of this session. All you have to do is go to Roger's YouTube channel and look at the VIP room for today, and everything will be there for you.
All right, so here, seasonality. Is this till the end of the month?
Yeah, it's till March 4th.
All right, next 2 weeks, all major sectors. You're welcome. All right, there it is. Okay, I posted it for you guys. All right, thanks, Matt, for doing that.
Yep.
And let me take over. Oh, you've already unshared. All right, folks. Yesterday, I had a class on seasonality, and I gave you a bunch of stuff. And I explained to you that today will be the last day. If you missed the class yesterday, please watch this, but make sure you take a piece of paper and you take notes. And the reason you want to do that is because I'm going to be giving you a lot of hot seasonal dates right now. And I'm going to be talking about a program, and today's the last day to get in on it, okay? So please don't go anywhere. Pay attention. You're going to learn something. I've had people who watch this presentation 30 times, and they come back and say, Roger, I learned something new, okay? Plus, we always update them. So, folks, understand that seasonality is a major, major tailwind. Now, the profits performance, they're not typical. We're not going to make any future claims. You may lose money. The majority of the trades expressed are not from back-tested data. They actually are from real data. So from 2022 to 2 days ago, we had 126 live signals. Our win rate is 80% and our profit factor is 2, which means for every dollar you've risked with real money, you made $2 back over the last 2 years. That, my friends, is very consistent, okay? The average trade, winner and loser included, is over 11% gain, which is really nice considering you have 80% win rate and you have an average 11.2 winner and loser included. That's net over 8 days, which tells you you've got plenty of time to get into the trade. Okay.
Right. And Roger, just quickly here, for those of you that may be with us on YouTube, we are going to stop the YouTube stream because we're not allowed to go ahead and talk about this subject on YouTube. So come on over to the Zoom room and you can be a part of us for the rest of the session. If you're already here in Zoom, there's nothing for you to do. Just sit tight.